I want you to close your eyes for just a moment and think about the last time you felt truly energized when you woke up in the morning. Not just rested, but genuinely alive, clear-headed, light in your body, like every single cell in you was working exactly the way it was meant to. Can you remember that feeling? Because if it has been a while, if most mornings you wake up feeling heavy, puffy around your face, tired before the day even begins, maybe your lower back aches a little, maybe your ankles are slightly swollen, maybe you just feel like something inside you is not quite right but you cannot put your finger on it, I want you to know something very important right now. You are not imagining it. Your body is trying to tell you something. And today, in the next few minutes, I am going to show you exactly what it is saying, and more importantly, I am going to give you 4 of the most powerful morning drinks that will gently help your kidneys flush out the waste, the toxins, the buildup that has been quietly draining your energy and stealing your vitality. These are not expensive supplements. You are not going to need a prescription. Everything I am about to share with you is something you can find in your kitchen or at your local grocery store. And if you stay with me until the very end, I am going to tell you the one drink that most people have never heard of for kidney health. One that has been used in traditional medicine for centuries and is now being validated by modern research. So please do not go anywhere, because what I am about to share with you could genuinely change the way you feel every single morning for the rest of your life. Now, before we get into the drinks themselves, I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about what is actually happening inside your body, because I truly believe that when you understand the why, the how becomes so much easier to follow through with. And you deserve to understand your own body. You deserve real answers, not just a list of things to do without any explanation. Your kidneys are 2 small bean-shaped organs sitting just below your ribcage, one on each side of your spine. Each one is roughly the size of your fist, and in a single day, your 2 kidneys filter about 150 liters of blood. Think about that for a second. 150 liters. They are working around the clock, every hour of every day, pulling out waste products, balancing your fluids, regulating your blood pressure, managing your electrolytes, producing hormones that keep your bones strong and your red blood cells healthy. Your kidneys are doing an extraordinary amount of work that most of us never even think about. But here's the problem. As we get older, and especially after the age of 50 or 60, kidney function naturally begins to slow down. The filtration rate decreases. The tiny filtering units inside the kidneys, called nephrons, begin to lose some of their efficiency. And on top of that natural aging process, many of us are dealing with decades of accumulated stress on these organs. Years of eating processed foods, years of not drinking enough water, years of taking over-the-counter pain medications that are hard on the kidneys, years of high blood pressure or blood sugar that we may not have even known about, all of that adds up. And the kidneys begin to struggle. And when the kidneys struggle, you feel it. You might not know it is coming from your kidneys, but you feel it. You feel it as fatigue that sleep does not fix. You feel it as that puffiness in your face in the morning, especially around the eyes. You feel it as swelling in your legs and ankles by the end of the day. You feel it as that dull, nagging ache in your lower back that you keep blaming on your spine or your muscles. You feel it as brain fog, as difficulty concentrating, as a kind of heaviness that follows you through the day. You might feel it as more frequent urination, or the opposite, less urination than normal, or urine that looks darker or smells stronger than it used to. Now I am not here to frighten you. I am here to empower you, because the beautiful truth about the kidneys is that they respond extraordinarily well to the right kind of nourishment. These organs have an incredible capacity to recover, to cleanse themselves, to function better when you give them what they need. And so much of that comes down to what you drink, especially in the morning. The morning is the most important time of day for kidney health. While you sleep, your body goes into a deep repair cycle. Your kidneys slow their filtration slightly and shift into a mode of cellular maintenance and regeneration. When you wake up, your body is naturally in a slight state of dehydration. Your kidneys are ready to start working at full capacity again. And whatever you put into your body in those first 30 to 60 minutes of the morning sends a very powerful signal to your entire system about how the day is going to go. If you reach for coffee or a sugary drink first thing, you are sending your kidneys into a kind of shock. If you reach for one of the drinks I'm about to share with you, you are giving your kidneys exactly what they need to flush overnight waste, reduce inflammation, and start the day strong. So let us talk about the first drink, and this one is so beautifully simple that most people dismiss it, but please do not. This one is the foundation of everything else. I am talking about warm water with fresh lemon juice. Now I know what you might be thinking. Lemon water, really? Yes, really. And let me tell you why this matters so much more than most people realize. When you squeeze half a fresh lemon into a glass of warm water and drink it first thing in the morning, before anything else, before your coffee, before your breakfast, you are doing something extraordinary for your kidneys. Lemons are one of nature's richest sources of citric acid, and citric acid, it turns out, is something your kidneys absolutely love. Here is why. One of the most common and most painful kidney problems is kidney stones. These form when certain minerals in your urine, especially calcium, clump together and crystallize. And what prevents that from happening? Citrate, a compound that comes directly from citric acid. Citrate binds to calcium in the urine, prevents those crystals from forming, and helps break down any early stage buildup before it becomes a stone. But that is not all lemon water does. The warmth of the water itself is important. Warm water is more easily absorbed by the body than cold water. It reaches the kidneys faster. It hydrates the filtration system more gently and more efficiently. And starting your kidneys off with a good flush of warm, lemon-rich water first thing in the morning gets that filtration process running smoothly from the very start of the day. Lemon also contains vitamin C and powerful antioxidants that help reduce oxidative stress on the kidney cells themselves. When the kidneys are filtering out toxins constantly, they are exposed to a lot of free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage kidney tissue over time. Vitamin C and antioxidants help neutralize those free radicals and protect the kidneys at a cellular level. So here is what I want you to do. Tomorrow morning, before anything else, take half a fresh lemon and squeeze it into a glass of warm water. Not boiling, not cold, just comfortably warm, like a warm bath temperature. Drink it slowly. Let your body receive it. You can add a small amount of raw honey if the taste is too tart for you. That is your first morning ritual, and I promise you, if you do this consistently every single morning for just 2 weeks, you will begin to notice a difference in how you feel. Now let us move to the second drink, and this one is a little more interesting. This one has a long history in Ayurvedic medicine, in traditional Chinese medicine, in ancient herbal traditions from cultures all around the world. I am talking about ginger tea. Fresh ginger root, brewed into a warm, soothing tea, drunk in the morning, is one of the most powerful natural kidney tonics that exists. Ginger contains a group of compounds called gingerols and shogaols. These are the active components responsible for that distinctive warming sensation you feel when you eat ginger. And these compounds have something very important in common. They are profoundly anti-inflammatory. And inflammation, chronic low-grade inflammation, is one of the single biggest threats to kidney health as we age. When your kidneys are inflamed, their filtration ability decreases. The tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys that do the actual filtering become less efficient. Waste builds up in the blood instead of being properly excreted. And that is when you start feeling all of those symptoms we talked about earlier. The fatigue, the swelling, the brain fog. Ginger goes to work directly on that inflammation. It calms it, it reduces it, it helps restore the normal blood flow through the kidneys so that filtration can happen properly. But ginger does even more than that for the kidneys. Research has shown that ginger helps protect kidney cells from oxidative damage, similar to what we discussed with lemon. It also helps regulate blood sugar levels, and this is critically important because high blood sugar is one of the leading causes of kidney damage worldwide. Every morning that you drink ginger tea, you are helping to stabilize your blood sugar, protect your kidney cells, and reduce the inflammation that slows them down. Making ginger tea is wonderfully simple. Take a piece of fresh ginger root about the size of your thumb. Peel it, slice it into thin rounds. Drop those slices into a pot with 2 cups of water. Bring it to a gentle simmer, not a boil, just a simmer, for about 10 minutes. Then strain it into your cup. You can add a little honey, a squeeze of lemon, or even both. Drink it warm and slowly. Let it work. Some of my patients like to combine this with the lemon water we just talked about, and that is a wonderful idea. You can add ginger slices directly to your warm lemon water for a double benefit. Now here is the third drink, and I want you to pay close attention to this one because this is the one that surprises most people the most. This drink is not something most people think about in the context of kidney health, but the research on this is genuinely impressive. I am talking about hibiscus tea. Yes, hibiscus tea, made from the dried petals of the hibiscus flower. That beautiful deep red, slightly tart, floral tea that you may have had before without knowing just how powerful it was for your kidneys. Hibiscus is extraordinarily rich in anthocyanins, which are a type of antioxidant that gives the flower its striking deep red color. These anthocyanins have been shown in multiple clinical studies to have a very specific and very impressive effect on blood pressure. And blood pressure, as I mentioned earlier, is one of the most important factors in kidney health. High blood pressure damages the small blood vessels inside the kidneys over time. It is one of the leading causes of chronic kidney disease. And hibiscus tea has been shown to lower blood pressure naturally, not dramatically, not in a way that would interact dangerously with medications, but meaningfully, and with consistent daily use, quite powerfully. One study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that drinking 3 cups of hibiscus tea daily for 6 weeks significantly reduced systolic blood pressure in adults with mildly elevated readings. That is remarkable for a tea, for something you can make at home for a few cents a cup. Beyond blood pressure, hibiscus is a natural diuretic. It encourages the kidneys to increase urine output, which helps flush out toxins, excess sodium, and waste products more efficiently. It does this without the harsh side effects of pharmaceutical diuretics and without depleting your body of important minerals the way some medications can. To make hibiscus tea, you can find dried hibiscus petals at most health food stores or online. Add about 1 tablespoon of dried petals to 1 cup of just boiled water. Let it steep for 5 minutes. Strain it. You can enjoy it warm in the morning or allow it to cool. It is naturally caffeine-free, so it will not overstimulate your nervous system the way coffee might. The taste is tart and floral and really quite lovely. If you find it too tart, a small amount of honey balances it beautifully. One important note I want to make here for anyone who is taking medication for blood pressure or who has any kind of kidney condition that has been diagnosed by a physician, please speak with your doctor before making any significant change to your diet or supplement routine. These drinks are wonderfully supportive and gentle, but your doctor should always be your partner in your health journey. If you are in good general health and just looking to support your kidneys naturally, hibiscus tea is one of the most evidence-backed choices you can make. And now, I promised you at the beginning that I would share with you a drink that most people have never considered for kidney health, something that has been used in traditional medicine for centuries and is now being confirmed by modern science. And here it is. The 4th drink is dandelion root tea. Now I know that some of you just smiled or maybe raised an eyebrow. Dandelion? The weed in your garden? Yes, dandelion. Because what most people do not know is that this humble, persistent, yellow-flowered plant is one of the most powerful kidney-supporting herbs on the planet, particularly the root. Dandelion root has been used in traditional European herbal medicine, in Native American healing traditions, in traditional Chinese medicine for hundreds of years, specifically for supporting liver and kidney function. And in recent decades, scientific research has begun to validate what traditional healers have known for centuries. Dandelion root is a potent natural diuretic, even more so than hibiscus. It significantly increases urine output and helps the kidneys flush out accumulated waste, uric acid, excess minerals, and toxins that build up in the system. It does this while actually replenishing potassium, which is something that pharmaceutical diuretics famously do not do. Most diuretic medications deplete your potassium, which can cause its own set of problems. Dandelion is unique because it flushes excess fluid while simultaneously providing potassium to help keep your electrolyte balance stable. But dandelion root goes even further than that. It contains compounds called sesquiterpene lactones that support liver detoxification. And why does liver detoxification matter for the kidneys? Because the liver and kidneys work in partnership. The liver is the first line of defense in filtering the blood. It breaks down and processes the toxins. Then the kidneys do the final filtration and excrete those processed toxins through the urine. When the liver is sluggish or overburdened, it sends more work downstream to the kidneys, and the kidneys get stressed. Dandelion root supports both organs simultaneously. It is, in many ways, a complete detox tonic in a single cup of tea. Dandelion root tea is available at most health food stores in tea bag form, which makes it wonderfully convenient. You can also buy dried dandelion root and brew it the way you would brew loose leaf tea. 1 teaspoon of dried root per cup of water, simmered gently for about 10 minutes, then strained. The flavor is rich and slightly earthy, a little like a mild coffee, which some people find quite pleasant first thing in the morning. You can add honey, a slice of lemon, or even combine it with a little ginger for a truly powerful morning tonic. Now let me bring this all together for you because I want you to leave this video not just with information but with a real plan, something you can actually start tomorrow morning. Here is what I suggest. You do not need to drink all 4 of these every single morning, although some of my patients do rotate through them and love the variety. What I suggest is this. Start every single morning with the warm lemon water. That is your non-negotiable foundation. The citric acid, the hydration, the vitamin C, that is your daily baseline. Then on alternating days, or whenever you feel drawn to it, add a cup of ginger tea, or brew yourself a beautiful deep red cup of hibiscus tea, or steep a cup of dandelion root tea. Listen to your body. Some mornings you will want the warming comfort of ginger. Some mornings the refreshing tartness of hibiscus will call to you. Some mornings that rich, earthy dandelion root will feel like exactly what your body needs. What I want you to understand is that consistency matters far more than perfection. It is not about drinking all 4 every day. It is about replacing those first morning drinks that stress your kidneys, the coffee on an empty stomach, the sugary juices, the carbonated drinks, and replacing them with something that genuinely nourishes and protects. Even just one of these drinks every morning, done consistently, day after day, week after week, can have a meaningful and measurable impact on how your kidneys function and how your body feels. And while we are talking about kidney health, let me give you a few additional pieces of guidance that go hand in hand with these drinks. Please drink enough plain water throughout the day. I know you have heard this before, but I cannot emphasize it enough. Most people, especially as they get older, simply do not drink enough water. Your kidneys need water the way your car engine needs oil. Without adequate hydration, toxins concentrate in the urine, crystals begin to form, and the kidneys have to work much harder than they should. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of plain water per day, in addition to your morning tonic drinks. Also, be mindful of your sodium intake. Excess sodium is one of the hardest things on the kidneys. It raises blood pressure, it causes fluid retention, it makes the kidneys work overtime, trying to maintain the right fluid balance. Try to cook more of your food at home where you can control the salt. When you do use salt, choose high-quality mineral-rich salts like Himalayan pink salt or Celtic sea salt in moderate amounts. And be especially careful with processed and packaged foods because the hidden sodium in those products is staggering. And please be careful with over-the-counter pain medications. Ibuprofen, naproxen, and other non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs are some of the most common causes of kidney damage that I see. They reduce blood flow to the kidneys and with regular use can cause real and lasting harm. If you are taking these regularly for pain, please have a conversation with your doctor about alternatives. I also want to encourage you to move your body gently every day. I know that can be challenging when you are dealing with fatigue and joint pain and all of the things that come with getting older. But even a gentle 15 to 20-minute walk in the morning helps improve circulation throughout the body, including to the kidneys. It reduces blood pressure naturally. It helps the lymphatic system do its job. It supports every single system in the body, including these remarkable filtering organs we have been talking about. And I want to say something from my heart before I close this video, because I genuinely care about every single person watching this. If you have been feeling not quite right, if there has been something nagging at you in your body that you have been dismissing or ignoring or just living with because you thought it was just a part of getting older, please do not ignore it anymore. Please see your doctor. Get your kidney function tested. It is a simple blood test called creatinine and a urine test called a urinalysis, and together they can tell you a great deal about how your kidneys are doing. Knowledge is power, and catching any issue early is everything when it comes to kidney health. You deserve to feel well. You deserve to wake up in the morning with energy. You deserve to move through your day without that heaviness, without that fog, without that nagging ache. And the beautiful truth is that so much of that is within your reach. It starts in your kitchen. It starts tomorrow morning. It starts with a warm glass of lemon water and the decision to take care of these 2 extraordinary organs that have been silently taking care of you your entire life. If this video helped you today, if something I said resonated with you, if you felt that something finally made sense that you had been trying to understand for a long time, I want to ask you to do something right now. Share this video with someone you love. Think about one person in your life, a parent, a sibling, a dear friend, maybe someone who has been complaining of fatigue or swelling or back pain, someone who you know is not quite taking care of themselves the way they should. Send this video to them. You might just be giving them something that genuinely changes how they feel. That is a gift worth giving. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please do that now. Every single week, we bring you honest, evidence-based, deeply practical information about your health, delivered in a way that is warm and human and respectful of your intelligence. We are not here to sell you anything. We are here because we believe you deserve real information from someone who genuinely cares. Subscribe so you never miss a video, and ring that notification bell so you are always the first to know when something new is ready for you. Tomorrow we have another video coming that I think you are going to find incredibly valuable. We are going to be talking about the 5 foods that are silently damaging your kidneys every day, foods that most people consider perfectly healthy. You do not want to miss that one. Until then, take care of yourself. Drink your lemon water tomorrow morning. Start there. One small step, done with consistency, is more powerful than any dramatic change you can make. Your kidneys have been working for you every single day of your life. It is time to work for them. I will see you in the next video. Take good care.